Lighting Up New Generations is about revitalising two churches, one in the middle of Blackpool, one in Blackburn, two of our poorest towns in Lancashire. So the vision for Blackpool Church is to be rewriting the headlines. Blackpool often hits the headlines, well, apart from Strictly Come Dancing, for the wrong sort of reasons.
And our conviction in that was like, surely God has a better story for Blackpool than that. There were just one or two teenagers here in the church when we first came, but we got to know them and we got to love them, and they began to invite their friends. And through that we've seen a whole ton of teenagers come and connect in with the church. We get 70 or so young people every Tuesday night. There's maybe 20 on a Sunday who've now transitioned, hundreds over a year. And I guess it's the same kind of vision that young people in our town are often really struggling. But here they find a place where they can be loved and nurtured and find home and community to grow and thrive in our town.
The vision for St Luke's is a family on mission.
We're on the edge of a Gallagher's estate. So that means there's a lot of challenges. It's an area of high urban deprivation.
But if you're not on this immediate estate, probably your families won't let you come into this area because it is an area of high violent crime. So our youth work midweek looks like responding to that question, what do young people not have in this estate? So we run a theatre school, we run a football club, because for many of our young people accessing sports programmes where they need to pay a subscription or buy kits, that doesn't really work. And because also many of our teenage lads here are crying out for positive male role models.
Well, the people, amazing, really nice. It's really fun all the time anyway, like fun stuff to do, never get bored in it.
Because every time we come, we're not just ignored or anything, people say hello to us, a lot of people speak to us.
One of the things that we've learnt being here is that it is absolutely possible to plant a resource church in one of the poorest communities in the country.
When people say it can't be done, actually it can be done.
Everything that we do in a town like this becomes a social transformation project in one way or another. So Alpha for us is also kind of like a soup kitchen, and Toddlers is a massive referral centre to people from the council or wherever it is where people need additional support.
We've really had to think on the fly in terms of how we disciple people within our context. And so we recognise it's definitely not one size fits all.
We have, many disclosures a week, not a year. But it means that we work very hard to be a safe community so that young people can access a variety of adults here in the community who can model faith to them, and our young people can model faith to them as well. So I think that's what it looks like for us.
And we've also found, actually, because people are so hungry for spirituality, we don't need to take it slow. And so we've managed to train up leaders quite rapidly who, if we can give them simple tools to help them lead discussions, they can do excellently because they're really coming alive in their faith.
Before I came to faith, I was gambling a lot. I weren't doing the things I should be doing. But then when we came to faith, we changed in that. I don't gamble anymore. And I've dived in with helping out at church with either toddlers or helping out on the weekend.
If I was to do my time again and plant a youth resourcing church, I would start with the inherited congregation. I would start with the ladies over the age of 80, and I'd make them the front foot for that. They have been the most encouraging of this mission here.
I've been here 64 years, and this last 4 years have been the happiest years of my life.
And what we've found is that as God's done something here with young people, it's sort of raised the expectation for youth ministry across our town, that people think, oh, it's possible, we can do it.
And we realised very quickly, actually resourcing the diocese also needed to mean actually responding to the needs of these young people who have, more complicated needs because they live in an area of high deprivation, of parental drug and alcohol abuse, crime. And so the stuff that we innovate here is really for young people in communities like this, and that has been hugely different, I think, than we expected when we started.
I think my hope for Blackpool is for them to feel a sense of belonging and a connection to God, and the privilege it is that we get to be a part of that.
I genuinely believe that God is doing something really remarkable here. And so our prayer is, God, would you do what we've seen you do in a group of people for every person in our town, through every church in our town.
My prayer for Blackburn is that Blackburn will be on earth as it is in heaven. Like the heavenly Blackburn, where there's no addiction, no young people who feel their lives are written off because of their postcode, that they don't have to get out of the galley estate to live a good life, and that Blackburn becomes a beacon of hope, a place that people want to come to. I'm also going to pray for 30% more sunshine because there's a lot of rain here.